Hi, this is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. Well, this is where I hang out first thing in the morning. Every morning. I've been trying this for the last couple of months, and it really seems to be making a difference. It is just dead hanging first thing in the morning for a minute. And I set my timer first thing, and I come in here, and I just grab hold of the bar, and dead hang. And when you do it, you kind of, if you kick your hips out from underneath you a little bit, you are really decompressing the back, and you're building up your forearm strength and your grip strength. And I will tell you, it's challenging. It doesn't feel good. It's, you know, especially when you start. And frankly, the pain of it doesn't seem to get much better, but it's only for a minute. I got the idea. I started seeing a bunch of videos on the importance of dead hanging from different influencers, and you know, like a lot of things, I look at it and go, well, that's kind of interesting. And then I saw a video from Jeff Cavaliere on it with Athlean X. He is a physical therapist on top of being a personal trainer, and he talked about that was part of his morning routine to decompress the back. And after sleeping, and it made sense, and I thought I'd give it a shot, and it does work. It genuinely decompresses the back. I have noticed that on long car drives, my back doesn't hurt, and it really does seem to make a bit of a difference, and I'm glad to try it and recommend it to you. That's the first minute. The second minute is where I'm holding onto the bar, but I actively engage the shoulders and lift my feet up in front so that I'm getting a little bit of core work, and I'm actively engaging the shoulders and strengthening those muscles. And the point of this is to, again, you're strengthening shoulder muscles, you're building up your core. And one of my goals in life is never to be on a first name basis with an orthopedic surgeon. I mean, I love them to death. They do great work, but frankly, I don't want to see them. I am 61 years old. I have a lot of friends that are on a first name basis with their orthopedist because they've had to get their knees done, and they have to get hips replaced, and they have to get shoulders fixed. And it is a pain. I mean, it's 2 or more months out of your life taken away when you have to have those type of operations, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to go through the expense. I don't want to go through the pain. I don't want to go through the rehab. So one way you can avoid that is by strengthening up certain muscles, and the ones in the shoulder, you know, if you just actively engage them for a minute or two every day, you're going to strengthen them. And that's kind of one of my goals when it comes to exercise. I mean, I want to do little stuff that are going to make me stronger, create more lean muscle, and not hurt myself. And when you actively engage these things, these are little tweaks that you can do that are going to strengthen the muscles and help keep you from being on a first name basis with your orthopedist later on. So that's why I keep doing those type of exercises. And it's cheap. I mean, this bar I got off of Amazon for like $30. So, and it doesn't require any drilling, any special stuff. You just put it together with your fingers, slap it up into place. And I'm not a small guy. I weigh over 200 pounds, and this doesn't do any structural damage to it, and it's out of the way, and it really works for, you know, $30. So it makes a good prehab type of exercise that's going to make you stronger over time. And it's amazing that just doing little things over time can make all the difference in terms of making you stronger. I saw a podcast many years ago on Joe Rogan where there was this guy who was an exercise physiologist guru type, and he was talking about how there's a couple of different ways you can get stronger doing pull-ups. One of them is to do as many as you possibly can once a week, And so say, for instance, you could do 8 pull-ups once a week. Okay. And the problem is you've got to build in recovery time after that. So every week you're only doing 8 pull-ups. But he said, look, what happens if you just do 2 every day? So you don't have to build in the recovery time. You just do 2 every single day. And at the end of the week, you've done 14 pull-ups. And that always kind of made intuitive sense to me. So I started, now that I've got the bar up and stuff, I started doing 2 pull-ups every day that were kind of slow. So I just, at some point in the day, I'll just come over here, pull up, slowly up, slowly down. Just do it 2 of them every day. And yeah, they're getting easier. And I'm getting stronger on it. So, low cost investment. You don't have to change clothes. You don't have to do anything else. You're just doing a little bit of extra work each day. And, and don't confuse this with exercise. I mean, this isn't my workout. This is just something that I do additionally to the workouts. And, it just makes you a little bit stronger for the long haul. Because frankly, in this life, one of the best markers of longevity is your muscle strength and the amount of lean tissue that you have. And the more you've got, the better off you're going to be. You're going to have more strength under the curve, which means you're going to be mobile longer. And I don't want to spend the last couple of years of my life in a wheelchair or in a bed. It is a miserable way to go. And I want to keep moving right up to the point where I'm not anymore. I'm not guaranteeing you that you're going to live longer, but when you have more muscle and more strength, I don't think anybody can argue with the fact that you are going to be better than you would. I mean, I'm not promising you that you're going to live forever and you're going to be healthy the entire life. Things happen, viruses happen, diseases do happen, but you want to build as much margin as you possibly can. And frankly, doing this type of stuff, it's not a big investment. It's a little bit of time, a couple minutes each day. You're making yourself a little bit stronger for the long haul, giving yourself a little bit more margin so that when something bad happens, you're stronger for it and you're able to recover quicker. And I think you're going to find that when you do this type of stuff, you're going to see some of the aches and pains going away slowly but surely over time. And you combine this with a low carb, low inflammatory diet, and you're going to see a lot of the aches and pains go away, because a lot of the problems that most of my friends have that have bad knees and ankles and stuff like that is because they're highly inflamed, because their diet is inflammatory. So you can avoid a lot of that by simply changing your diet. I mean, those are the big things. I mean, when you get your diet right and you start incorporating exercise, you're going to get better sleep. And as you do that and you start making those things better, then incorporating things like this really do make all the difference in the world. So that's my message for the day. If you like it, please leave a comment down below. If you want to see more about, these workouts, where they're happening and what they actually look like, let me know in the comments, and I will try to incorporate some of those. I try to put out a couple messages each week. If you like this message, please hit the like and subscribe. That helps, and share this message with others, because frankly, that's the only way you can get past the YouTube algorithm and build a channel and build a tribe of people that are trying to get healthy out of the healthcare system. And we need it. I mean, frankly, when you've got a country that is 90% metabolically unhealthy, that's an unsustainable market. And sooner or later, it is going to collapse. And you want to be as healthy as you can so that you don't have to deal with all this nonsense and you can pull yourself out of the healthcare system. This is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. I will talk to you again soon.